If you're trying to get your first clients and you think you need paid ads, you don't. I didn't use a single paid ad when I started. I had no website, no social proof, no testimonials. But do you know one thing? I still got paid. So at the end of 2024, I found myself leaving a career in the motor trade, wanting to pursue something in absolute So at the beginning of 2025, I'd come to the realisation that I wanted to pursue a career in video, whether that be videography projects, video marketing, agency work. I just enjoyed it. I had zero experience in it other than what YouTube had taught me, watching other creators, trying to figure out how to get good. I had no clear momentum on how I was going to do it. It was simply watching YouTube videos to try and learn and understand the basics. And one thing I come to realise quite quickly is that it comes down to reputation. And I had zero reputation in this industry, in this space. And it made it hard. It made it really, really hard. The only equipment I had at the time was a Canon 1200D and a tripod that I picked up from Curry's for 30 quid with National Geographical written up the side of it. And then everyone panics. Everyone starts thinking, I need to be working with this big company from Dubai. I need more branding. I need a better website. I haven't done my business cards. What am I going to have written on my t-shirts? It doesn't matter. It's not important. The biggest thing you need is to obtain proof. Proof of concept. Show what you can do. Build momentum. Consistent momentum. And now I want to give you 3 actual moves that secured me my first few clients. The first one was local outreach. Yeah, I know. Roll your eyes, but it is true. Local businesses. I went off to my local towns, local villages, local shopping centres, and walked straight in and asked them outright. This is who I am. This is what I do. Can I shoot a video for you? And a lot of the time I got a, we're not interested. People got nervous. People didn't understand. And that deflates you. Makes you feel like, am I doing something wrong? But the most important thing to take away from it is just keep going. If you're going to 10, 20 businesses and they're all a no, go into 50, go into 60. Sooner or later, you will get a yes. That is a fact. Hit your local gyms, hit your local garages, your local service-based businesses, mortgage advisors, financial advisors. Don't sit there wasting time spamming people on Instagram, landing in their DMs, sending them messages. Hi, I'm so-and-so from I create videos. They will ignore you. Fact, they will ignore you. It still happens to me now. Get out, get in front of people. Walk into the businesses. Be confident, be professional, offer them value. You can try picking up the phone. 8 times out of 10 you won't get past reception. You need to speak to the decision makers. But what you will soon realise is when you're stood in a business in front of someone, it's a lot harder for them to tell you to fuck. Number 2, you need to realise you're approaching businesses, not individuals. A lot of businesses do not care about what camera you're using, how cool it's going to look. They care about how it is going to benefit the business. Offer them outcomes. Not I'll manage your content, not I'll take 40 photos for you and then put some flashy overlay on them in Lightroom. I will shoot you 3 videos that explain exactly what you offer, who you offer it to, and how people can get in touch. Because that is gold to businesses. And when you take points 1 and points 2, put them together, you've gone into a business, they've agreed to let you shoot some videos. You've agreed the 3 videos you're going to shoot for them are telling who they are, who they're for, how people can reach them. You then lean into that further and ask them for a testimonial. Ask them to mention you on their socials. And more importantly, you've got proof that you're working for clients. You're almost already building a portfolio. Is the quality of what you produce in the first place going to be good? No. It's going to be but the most important thing is you're building assets and proof of concept. Do you know what else will change? Someone's paid you to do work for them. That builds confidence. That changes your approach, your mindset, and gives you a fresh lease of life to go and walk into the next 10, 20, 30 businesses, however far you've got to go. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of going into places. I wasted 3-4 months of doing cold outreach via emails, via DMs, and getting absolutely nowhere. The second I got in the car, I spent day after day driving around, walking into businesses and asking to speak to someone, as when I really started building momentum. I walked into a few businesses, offered a demo shoot. I think in total, I maybe done 8 demo shoots for businesses, of which 6 of them amounted to absolutely nothing. Why? Because I was new to it. The content I produced was rubbish, but I was learning. But 2 of the businesses were happy that what I was producing was better than what they were producing in-house and gave me the opportunity. Walking into the creative world, trying to sell to businesses is not easy. You will send message after message after message. You will get ignored. You will spend evenings sat there looking at the messages you've sent, seeing them all change to red and no replies coming in. And every now and then you'll get a reply, which will be asking about pricing. Then your arse falls out because you're like, I need to earn money, I need to seem premium, but I don't want to price it too high because I don't want to scare them off. Price what you're worth. When you start out, can you do things cheaper? Yeah, of course you can. You need the work. You need to build the portfolio. You need to build your skills. So price it slightly cheaper than you ideally would like to. Money's money. Get on the phone. Have the awkward sales calls. What's the worst that's going to happen? Ask yourself. It's challenging. I hated it. But what have you got to lose? But I suppose the biggest takeaway from the whole process is you refine, you learn, you make mistakes, you realise what worked well, what didn't work well, you adapt, you change. You do not need ads to get your first few clients. You simply need proof of value and the courage to go in and approach people and ask. And the important number is 5, because once you get to 5 clients, the game changes. The game becomes reputation and quality over the hustle of actually getting the business.